Hello, my name is Jim, and I did the 90-day Potential-U transformation program. Before I did the program, my biggest struggle was the fact that I didn't really have a good sense of knowledge on nutrition. I mean, I had some knowledge, but I did not really have the knowledge on how to implement that into my daily life. And the little amount that I did know wasn't really backed up by somebody I trusted. It was really just little tidbits here and there. I never really went on a diet or had any sort of nutritional plan before. Before, the most I would know on how to get healthy was maybe to go to the gym, try to eat what I knew was not unhealthy, and do a little bit of cardio and go from there. And that worked fine for me for most of my life. I'd say it was simply because my body could do that. But as I got into my 30s, it wasn't really doing much. I started to notice that, I've always had sort of a thick build, muscular build. So when I put on weight, it wasn't that big of a deal. Nobody would really even notice that I had a big gut because I had, a body that could really hold it well. But as I got into my mid-30s, I knew that was changing. It did change. I wasn't happy with how I looked. I hated being in any kind of photo, because every time I looked at a photo of me, it was not who I recognized. It was not who I saw in my head. And that was very frustrating, pretty devastating. And I'd say the most mind-blowing part of when I really hit it was when I went to the doctor and got weighed and found out that I was 225. And that was a weight that I had never gone before. In the past, in my 30s, I could go on, my own little binge of going to the gym, making my meals, and I could maybe lose 5-10 pounds, but that's it. I could never go any better than that. And I'd get frustrated and eventually, go off it, and I'd hold the weight off for a while, and then it would come back. Well, I was now at a weight that I never felt before. It was never this hard to even ever be able to run, and by run I mean you call it running. I could barely run at all. I feel like I could run maybe a block, if that. And I knew that I had to turn it around because what I was doing in the past certainly isn't going to work. And I knew at 225 I need to turn this around now. I can't let myself get any bigger. And around this time, Matt actually put a post on Facebook. He was looking for candidates to join this 90-day transformation. And I've known Matt since high school, and he's somebody that I knew I could trust, and I wanted to hear more. And he called me, told me about the program. He wanted to know my goals. I told him my goals. And he told me that, he asked me what I wanted to be at. I said, I'd like to get down, in 90 days, I'd like to get down to 205. And he said, yeah, we can get you down there, no problem. He asked me if I trusted him, and I told him because I knew him, I trusted him. But yeah, if he was anybody else, maybe I would have had my doubts. But, he asked me if I wanted to do the program, and I remember he asked me why. And when I answered, it was sort of like a panicked answer of, I have to. If I don't, I'm going to be screwed. And that's kind of how it came out. And I really felt that way because I knew that this was the point where it has to get better, because if it didn't get better for me, it was only going to get worse. And I did not want to see myself go down a path of becoming, even more unhealthy, and seeing myself, sink further, because I was afraid to see if I could sink that, much farther, how am I going to get out of it? So it was a perfect opportunity for me because I had never had an idea of what, nutrition was. And this was very frustrating, because I wanted to get better and really not know how to get better. So before the transformation, I was really pumped. This was the time where I was finally going to get those answers, and I was finally going to go towards the progress of getting healthy. So what this program did for me, basically I'll say the program teaches you how to live nutrition, how to eat the right nutrition, how to basically have a healthy lifestyle. It teaches you how to do it, and it also teaches you to live that lifestyle. And it certainly does teach you to live that lifestyle. You're going to know exactly what you can eat, and you're gonna have to do some prep each week to, you know, on what you can buy. So for me, going into that mindset, I knew that, you know, I got to learn that each week is really going to be dependent upon how I'm going to prep each week. So, you know, I learned to make meals that I've never made before, learned, you know, tried vegetables I've never tried before, made recipes, tweaked them a little bit, and got to know that, you know, I learned that I can go with a program and have never lose focus, never lose the motivation, yet still you might get, you know, you're still going to feel drained even though you're hitting all those marks that you are very proud of, but you're going to run into some challenges, and that's the best part about it, because you're going to learn how to get through those challenges just like I did. And I learned how to make it work for me. That's really what it comes down to, is I learned how to take all this knowledge, take the challenges, and how I got through all those challenges. And, you know, I really benefited from the Facebook group, great support system. There are certainly going to be times where you're going to want to reach out, you know, ask for any tips. People are going to put up posts that, you know, letting you know that you're not the only one feeling these things, and you're going to get support. And that was great, and that was a great benefit that I got from this program. But I'm now down to 200 pounds. My goal of 205 was achieved, and when I finally hit my benchmark of 205, it was not just a day of celebrating, you know, yay that I achieved it. What my feelings were that morning when I saw me hit that number, all I could think about is what my next goal is going to be. I had to know what my next goal is going to be, because what it did is it showed me that I can achieve whatever health goal I want to achieve. And so hitting that 205, I just all I could think about is, where am I going to go next? Because now I know that I can get there. This program is giving me the full confidence and knowledge to achieve any health goal that I want to make. This isn't like a 30-day or 90-day lose 30 pounds type of diet. This is achieve a healthy lifestyle and live it not only through the 90 days, but well after the program's over. You're going to be living that, and that's what I'm doing right now. My next goal is 185. So my life is different because I now have the knowledge. Instead of being at an unhealthy weight and just feeling a bunch of uncertainty and dread for the future, like feeling scared of the future, I'm not scared now. Now I know how to stay healthy and get better, instead of being unhealthy and not knowing how to get there and feeling uncertain of, is it going to get worse? Is it going to get better? That's gone. So I highly recommend this program. And everything I just explained there is really what Matt tells you it's going to give you, and it is certainly the truth. So I highly recommend this program to anybody, and this is my testimonial. It wasn't very organized, but it's a personal testimonial. I hope it made sense and didn't ramble too much. Thanks again.